All right, what's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing good. And all right, so I'm just getting started here. I'm taking a look at Bitcoin. So I figured tonight we're gonna take a look at what's up, John. Welcome to the live stream. So tonight we're gonna take a look at Bitcoin. Good evening, good evening, good evening. So I hope the sound and the the audio quality and the picture and everything is all right. So we're going to as always take a look at Bitcoin. We're gonna take a look at whatever Bitcoin altcoins. We're gonna take a look at the BTC dominance too, and we're gonna take a look at gold, silver, the S&P 500. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. It'll be a good stream. I can almost promise you guys that. So hit the like button. That's gonna help me. It's a small little click from you guys, and it's gonna help me a lot because it's going to be, will Champions League finals. All right. Yeah. Guess I'm gonna lose some of you in 1 hour. Not gonna be that long. Maybe, probably, hopefully. All right. So Bitcoin. What do we have on Bitcoin here? All right. So I'm seeing something quite interesting here, right? So I'm in a couple of setups. I'm just gonna log into Prime XPT here quickly. So I'm actually in a couple of longs and shorts, just on different time frames. The long that I was in here just almost got stopped out. I'm gonna log on Prime XPT and see if I actually got stopped out on this one. This is an interesting pattern, and I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that one. I'm also in a short. As you can see here, I'm in this long and this short. What got lucky on this one? See if I can. And I'm also in one long in the higher time frames. That's I got my stop loss below this low and my take profit up at the highest around 12.4. And I'm also in a higher time frame short with a stop above these highs and take profit down at 10.5k. It's usually I don't enter setups like longs and shorts at the same time, but I'm really feeling like really feels like there will be a pretty sure there's going to be a big move coming shortly, and I want to be in on wherever that move is taking us. So I'm trying out something different here, and I'm in both longs and shorts to be able to catch that big move. And it's high risk, high reward setups with very low risk. So if I get stopped out on, for example, if I get stopped out on the short, I will make that up on the long easily. Let's see if that's long got stopped out. I mean, I'm still in this long, and this move right here is actually looking very, very, very bullish. I'm just gonna remove these. So I really do like this here, where you have the If you look at the 4-hour, you will see, well, first of all, we are in the long RLC, right? So if you look at this chart right here, you will notice that you are in the long RLC here, and usually when you get a bounce inside the long RLC will usually take you higher, right? And you also have the, and I really like the fact that you bounced off the 21 EMA on a daily here, and if you put on the moving average just on a daily, you will see that price is really keeping the 21 EMA on a daily very nicely here, and you bounced off that level, being confident with the 702, the midpoint of the RLC once again, and but if you use the replay function here, you will clearly see how when you get the reaction of this level right here, get the high here and low here, and for the downtrend to continue, you want a lower low here and a lower high here, and continuation down to the downside, right? And it kind of looks like you're getting that, right? You're very slowly, and you're getting that higher high, but you're now up in that region again, right? So you never really made a lower low here. So if we reclaim, what's happening? So if you can reclaim that high again, you have a change in behavior, right? And you have a change in behavior with this trend, right? And you kind of see how price is trying to get above this area. Draw a nice little resistance area here, something like that. So if price can manage to get above this level again, we're most likely going to see continuation to the upside. And if you go down into the hourly, I like the fact, and if you look at the, let's take a look at the 15-minute here on BitMEX. So yesterday we were looking at this 15-minute range here, and I like the fact that we took out this area here and then immediately came down and took out this whole range and bounced down here, right? And usually when you get this type of move, you will get a continuation move to the upside. So I'm glad that I'm still in the long, that didn't get stopped out here. And the first take profit for that long will be up at this high here, and then finally I will take some profits at 12.4, and I will keep my position open for that high time frame breakout. And the fact that we're still holding the 21 EMA on the daily makes me think that the trend is actually still strong and still up, obviously, with the higher highs and the higher lows, right? But I wanted to take a closer look at or a more zoomed out look on Bitcoin for the weekly close, because we do have the weekly close in 6 hours, and so we need to talk about what we need to see from a weekly perspective for Bitcoin to be bullish or bearish. And honestly, we have a lot of room still before Bitcoin becomes bearish, right? So Bitcoin could drop, Bitcoin could drop all the way down to 10K area, and the weekly chart would still be very, very bullish. So we're getting, if you go to crypto Twitter, you will see a lot of people being very bearish at this area. Why? I'm not really sure, because from a higher time frame perspective, it's very much still bullish to get a retest of the 10 to 10.5K area, and we're gonna check where the moving averages are. You're also seeing the 21 EMA on the weekly down at around 9.7, and you also have the CME gap down here around 9.6. So I'm thinking, even a weekly wick down to 9.7 will still be quite bullish for Bitcoin. But obviously and I mean the daily is also looking very bullish, so there's no real reasons to be bearish here. We have the 200 D main, the 200 simple, right below the range EQ, and if you put on the RLC here, you will see that the RLC is right above the range EQ, where price is currently trading. You're trading off the 618, right on the 618 right now, and this to me is bullish market structure inside the RLC. You're making higher highs and higher lows inside the RLC, which is a pretty good sign of a possible move to the upside. So yeah, as long as we hold this area, I'm still bullish for Bitcoin, and I'm quite heavily long on Bitcoin, and I will continue to buy Bitcoin all the way from current prices down to 10K, with most of the buys around 10.5K area, which is down here, right? The low of this wick right here. Let's take a look at what does range EQ mean? Well, range EQ means range equilibrium, and equilibrium, it's I don't know how to explain it really. It's just the middle of the range. It's when using the Fibonacci tool, I got my range template here, and the middle is just the 50% fib, which is the middle between these twos. And that's what I call range EQ, right? The equilibrium of the range. Let's take a look at LTC BTC. No, LTC USDT. I hope that LTC USD starts pump above $66. Well, let's take a look at that one. Yes, so this should not be resistance. Yeah, if we get above 66, that would be massive. And I like the fact that you're actually price is holding 21 EMA daily here perfectly too, just like it's doing on Bitcoin. And looking at the 4-hour here, we're getting a beautiful bounce off the 618 of the RLC. So a beautiful bounce inside the RLC. Can we look at OMG BTC? It dumped down yesterday, now seems to be getting back up. All right, so let's take a look at OMG BTC. So yeah, Litecoin, not looking too bad, and I would probably say that if Litecoin on a 4-hour open and close basis reclaims the 60.21 area on Binance, you will most likely get continuation to the upside, because that's going to be a beautiful bounce inside the RLC, and you reclaim this level. You have bullish market structure on the actually, you can kind of see how this is a very important level. You're kind of getting a W double bottom formation on the hourly right here, which is usually a good sign of continuation to the upside if you break out and retest that level. So that's looking great if you can reclaim that area for Litecoin, right? All right, so let's see if we got anything else to look at. OMG BTC. Yeah, so I made a video on Link USDT and Link BTC. It's in the definitely check it out if you haven't. It kind of nicely explained the idea for Link BTC and Link USDT, and I'm gonna go through it once again and kind of show you what I was talking about in the video, and actually kind of what happened is exactly what I warned about in the video. So I was talking about how the $17 area needs to get reclaimed for Link to once again have a bullish market structure. That obviously never happened. You actually got rejected by that area, and you're now seeing continuation to the downside. You have confirmed bearish market structure on the 4-hour. I'm thinking Link will go lower. It's probably the same thing on Link BTC. Yes, it's exactly the same thing on Link BTC. The market structure is bearish. We're probably going to go lower. And the levels that I'm watching, the perfect levels for Link BTC is around, 90K, 90 to 100K for Link BTC. And for Link USDT, if this market structure is going to continue, you will most likely see, well, this is problematic though, because Link USDT can definitely retest the $9 area, but you're also having a very clear RLC here. So if Link BTC bounces inside the RLC here, I'm not sure Link USDT is going to retrace back down as much. So I would probably go off the Link BTC chart first and watch for a bounce down here. And if Link USDT is in the RLC in this area, when that happens, I don't think it's going to test this area. So if Link BTC is going to bounce down here, then Link USDT is most likely going to bounce around between 11 and 12. All right, so let's take a look at Ethereum USDT. All right, so Ethereum USDT is back below the this level, the resistance area, and the market structure is now. I'm gonna take a look at OMG. So Ethereum USDT is now below this support and resistance area, which is you now have confirmed bearish market structure on the 4-hour and hourly. But you're seeing some nice movements inside the RLC here, and as long as it can hold you're losing the 21 EMA daily, so that's not very good sign. I think Ethereum USDT is looking a bit more bearish than Bitcoin, honestly, which is not a good thing, right? Take a quick look at Bitcoin here. Yeah, so for really for Ethereum to be bullish, you first of all need to reclaim 395. I don't have any link bags anymore. I've sold all my links because it's in a. I'm actually looking for a retrace on Link. So let me quickly show you what I'm looking at on Link. Like, yeah, I want to see a bounce. I want to see a break in market structure, and I can show you how you could have, like, I'm gonna show you how you can find altcoin the tops, and it's quite easy. This is a very obvious top right here. So let's say that you bought the let's say you bought the break and retest of this level, right? So you bought the retest here, something like that, right? Now this is kind of like a head and shoulders on the 4-hour, right? Now what you want to do is you want to have your stop. You enter here, right, and you write it up and you move your stop to this area. Are you seeing this pattern? And you're thinking you might want to move your stop down below that area, and you would have gotten stopped out in profit here. And as you can see, this is going to be the invalidation level because you're getting a move like that, and now you're getting a breaking market structure. So you get low, high, a high, but that's a lower low, right? So if you go from a high, low, higher, low, higher high, higher low, and that's a higher. What happened? Weird. So basically, this is how you judge price action. Try to time the tops, right? Market structure is bullish, and you're getting a market reversal here, right? And this is the head and shoulders pattern, right? You get the left shoulder, the neckline, the head, down to the neckline again, and the right shoulder, and the breakdown, right? When you get this breakdown, you have this is quite normal. And when you're getting this breakdown, this is when you start to exit, and when you have a confirmed reaction of the head and shoulders neckline, this is where you want to go short, right, with a stop below that, above that area. So that's how you should look for tops in altcoins. And it's also you should always take profits on the way up, right? So it's hard for Link, obviously, to find any good profit taking areas. You should use the fib extensions for that. But when looking at altcoins, and we're going to take a look at OMG as an example, when looking at altcoins, you just take partial profits at high time frame resistance area. So we've been taking a look at incredible how this one is holding up, and you actually had a beautiful bounce of this high time frame resistance area. Pretty insane. Yeah, I can take a look at that too. So OMG, let's quickly take a look at OMG here. So I think I showed you guys in maybe not on YouTube, maybe I showed you guys in the webinars in the Burp Nest, but how to enter setups like this one before they pump. And now you're obviously seeing OMG above this level here, and it's quite amazing how it reclaimed this as support, and it's kind of looking like it wants to continue upwards. But it's very, very dangerous to buy something like this, right? But if you want to enter OMG, I would look at a couple of different levels, right? Yeah, so I would first look at a reclaim of this area, so a breakout and a rounded retest. That would be a pretty good setup for continuation to the upside. But honestly, I'm not sure about OMG. I'm not gonna. I think this one is going to. I mean, the next test of this area, you're probably gonna see a breakdown, and if you see a breakdown of that area, you're most likely going to, test the at least 3K sats area. So gotta be careful with this one. I think the probability of this one getting rejected and lose this area is higher than the chance for an actual continuation to the upside. Right, so let's take a look at SXP. Yeah, so we're inside the Wait a minute. Yeah, so this is looking quite good. This is a nice weekly. I like the fact that you get a pretty nice W pattern here, and you also have inside this one, and you got one here. So let's put on the fib on this one. Right, so for SXP, I would like to see this gray box get reclaimed. I want to see a breakout, retest, continuation to the upside for this market structure to turn bullish. That would confirm the bounce inside the RLC. And if you're looking to enter at current prices, I would most likely look for an entry around this area with a stop loss below this one, or either that one or this level. But I think the highest probability trade here would be something like this, right? And you're probably going to be targeting new highs. So that's what I'm looking on this one. All right, so what else do we need to look at? MLN. Is it hard to see on the screen? Like, is it because the resolution is too bad, or is it just because it's too small? Maybe I can make it a bit bigger. That's better. All right. Okay. So the numbers. The gray box is between 279 and 287. Best entry would be around 262, and I would have my stop either at 248 or below 240. All right, so let's take a look at MLN. MLN BTC. What is this? This can't be right. What the fuck is this? All right, so where is this traded? I need a better short. I can't short something like this. All right, so take a look at Tomo BTC. But Kraken is supposed to be on TradingView, isn't it? Thought they were on TradingView. Right, so Tomo is not looking that great on the higher time frames, but it looks like it's bouncing off the RLC, so that's a good thing. Yeah, I like this. If Tomo is bullish, we want to see a reclaim of this area. That area being 9,600. So reclaim a break and retest of 9,600. I will wait for a probably a 4-hour open and close, and then a rounded retest with stops below 8,900. Profit taking would be around 1100 for the first take profit, and then later at new highs. All right, so let's take a look at Tomo USDT. Just need to take a quick look at Bitcoin here. So when you see a move like this, where you kind of take out the and also let's put on the fibs here. But usually when you get a move like this, right, you range for a bit here, you come down into RLC and you range at the top of the RLC. You have a kind of like a fake out, or you trap a lot of longs here, and you probably stop out a lot of longs here, and the people that went short here, you probably stopped out the shorts and you stop out the longs, and a lot of people shorted this move, and you might get a continuation move to the upside and take out the shorts, right? So what you get is a liquidity pocket down here, and that's usually a sign of a pretty nice move to the upside. So I'm just gonna check my okay, all right, so MLN XPT, I gotta check that one out. So I'm just gonna quickly take a look at Prime XPT. Oh, by the way, I'm using the wrong. So there's gonna be a quick intro here. I'm gonna try to give me a minute. Right, sorry about that. All right, so that's looking better. All right, so I'm gonna log into Prime XPT and check the actual long here. Yeah, I need to adjust my stop loss here on my long. Put it right below these lows right here. Right, so on Prime XPT, that's around 11,519. 11,519. Perfect. All right, so let's take a look at MLN XBT. All right, so that's better. So we're quite obviously at high time frame resistance here. I would not be buying this right here. I would wait for this resistance area to get cleared, and you can see how that's price is trading right inside this area right here, and I'm probably we're probably gonna see a reaction of this area. So I haven't disclosed my co-vesting fund just yet. I'm gonna do that in the near future. So gotta wait just a little bit more. All right. So because I'm still trying it out, I'm still trying out the platform and everything. Or I want to do it for for real. All right. So for MLN, I would probably look like if this thing is bullish and if we're going higher, I would probably look for a reversal inside the RLC here. So reversal around between 2000k and 3000k probably. Obviously that's going to be for a more long-term trade, but if you get if you get it bounced down here and bullish market structure on like the 4-hour inside the RLC, that's probably going to take this one much higher. It's obviously quite bullish on the higher time frames, and getting above this red box resistance, it will be, having a very bullish market structure on the weekly as well. All right, so Neo. Yeah, this one is looking very good. This idea turned out to be quite good. Wish I saw this earlier. Let's remove everything here. So yeah, it looks like it wants to really wants to test the high time frame resistance here, and it's actually looking quite good, but it needs to to become high time frame bullish on this. You really need to clear this whole area, right? Let's see. This whole area is going to act as high time frame resistance, and it's probably going to act as resistance until it's obviously going to act as resistance until it's not resistance anymore. But when that will happen, we don't know really. But when that happens, you have a confirmed high time frame bullish market structure for Neo. It's looking quite good, and looking at OMG, that's exactly what happened here. You broke above the high time frame resistance and continued even higher, and that's pretty much where Neo is right now. You're testing this area as resistance, and if you can get above, let's say 1700 sats, we're gonna be high time frame bullish on this one, and it's most likely going to continue much higher. But right now we are at resistance, and the only logical thing would be for this to retrace. Neo USDT. Yeah, this is looking quite good actually. To get that resistance area and this support area below, so yeah, so if Neo BTC takes out 1700 SAT, that means Neo USDT will most likely take out this high time frame resistance area, and in that case both the BTC pair and the USDT pair will be pretty bullish. And I would be looking for, I mean, you already retested this area, so if you come down and test this area as support again, it's probably gonna fail, and you're probably gonna head lower, and you have this double top right here. So I think we're gonna get a retrace on Neo, both for the USDT pair and the BTC pair. But if you reclaim this resistance above, it's most likely going to have a nice move to the upside. For the USDT pair, I would be looking at the $30 area as my take profit area, and for the BTC pair, I would be looking at the 2200 area. So a nice 40% move is very possible for Neo if we break above that area. So we're back to Bitcoin here. Actually, I want to take a look at the lower time frames for Bitcoin right now to see if we can gain some scalp trades. And also we need to take a look at BAT. So BAT is looking extremely bullish. I might I'm up about 50% on my long-term bag on BAT, and I might actually sell some BAT here. Or at least shortly. Do you guys remember what what website I could use to short the Uniswap tokens on? I know we have a contributor in the Nest who've actually created a website where you could chart the Uniswap tokens. I think it's Chartdex or something like that. If you guys have any idea on whatever it is, Right, so let's take a look at the 15-minute here. Let's take a look. Link USDT. Well, I don't know. It's yeah. So when you have a coin that has pretty much no price data, I mean, this is nothing. This is a daily chart. There's not much to chart really, but I mean, dot USDT, we're probably gonna go in lower. I think honestly, this area below is probably the best entry. Like, I know that's a big drop. That's a, well, not really, that's only 18% drop, but I think this is gonna be a great entry. If you look at the low time frames, you might have a breakout here, and I would probably wait for this high to get reclaimed before more continuation to the upside. Otherwise, this is gonna act as strong resistance, you know, these wicks and these highs here before the breakdown. So I gotta be careful with that. I mean, I know there's a lot of hype on this one, and like, I might buy a bag where I'm okay with a, you know, 40 or 50% drop, something like that, just a small moon bag or whatever, because if this one is really that amazing like everyone is saying, this might go to, I don't know, who knows, 10 or whatever. So as a trade, I would definitely wait for the $3 area. As an investment, I would probably could buy around this area. I don't know, it's hard to short something like this when there's no price history, right? All right, so let's go back to Bitcoin. Where's the Bitcoin? So we're very close to see a breakout here on Bitcoin, and we're seeing a beautiful bottom pattern here on the lower time frames. So let me show you a good example of this. So the double bottom, or the W pattern, or whatever you want to call it, you have it right here. And you also have it here, right? So look what's happening here, right? You get the breakout, rounded retest of the neckline being the high before the breakout, right? So what I'm looking for right here, I'm looking for a repeat of what happened here. And also, something very important to note here, it's also the fact that this W happened inside or on the RLC of the latest up move, which is this area, right? Get the low down here to the high up here, and you also see the price bouncing off the 618 Fibonacci retracement level. And if you use this low here to this high here, you will see that this pattern is also happening, you know, this one is happening inside the RLC, so you get some nice confidence here, right? So I'm looking for price action to kind of repeat itself here, and you're also getting the same type of pattern here, where you get the breakout and then rounded retest before I move higher. Obviously this one has way worse risk to reward, but you could definitely get a nice trade going on this one if you're gonna if you're gonna trade this one, you should probably, let me show you. So this is a very, obviously a very important level. You can kind of see how this level is it'll go straight through this whole range, right? So very important SR level, and it was the same area that acted as the neckline of this W, and just like it's acting as this neckline right here. Well, you can do as many requests as you want. Just give me everything you want me to look at and I'll take a look at it. Alright, so algo, K and C and RLC. Obviously I'm not going to take a look at them if I don't have the time to actually do it, because I'm probably not going to be streaming for way too long, but I'll take a look at algo, K and C and RLC for sure. Alright, so it looks like I think I've actually doubled my... I got some Uniswap bags. I got Strong, Trust Swap, Ohm, Dia, and something called Geek. I don't know what that is. Honestly, I have no idea what these on Uniswap bags do or what it is, but they're actually up quite a bit. So I'm probably going to be selling the Uniswap bags on like sell 50 on a double and put it in a new bag. Alright, so this trade right here I quite like. I'm just not sure where to put the stop loss on this one. I mean, I think we'll probably wait for a bounce and put the stop loss somewhere in this area. And take profits at this high right here. But because the stop loss is so tight on this one, I mean, if I were going to blindly buy this one, I would probably have my stop down here, and this would be, you know, I would take partial profits here, here, and here. But if I'm going to use this as my stop loss level, I should wait for the actual bounce. So wait for the breakout, wait for a rounded retest, and wait for price to come down into this area. And then when you have like a 15-minute bullish engulfing or something like that, you can enter with a stop loss this area. So I kind of like that. All right, so let's take a look at Algo K and C. Algo K and C, man, that's stupid. Yeah, we got a bearish market structure on the 4-hour, and we're most likely going to see a bearish retest of this high time frame resistance area, which is the area between 5k and 5.2k. And looking at the 4-hour here, it kind of looks like we want to put in a bearish retest here. And yeah, as long as we can't reclaim, let's say 5.3 for Algo, we're most likely going to go lower. And if we head lower, not really sure where we could see a bounce, but it's definitely going to be, let me see here. Yeah, I'm thinking around 4.2 where this bounce happened. Because of the fact that we actually had a bounce here makes me not very confident in that bounce, so I need to wait for actual bullish market structure on like the 4-hour or the hourly before actually longing this. But you can kind of see how this is a, you know, very important SR level, and you're getting that, you know, that kind of like fake out here where you're trapping longs here and trapping shorts here, and if you get a move up like this, that would probably mean continuation to the upside, and I would long the rounded retest of this area. Right, so let's take a look at KNC. Yeah, this is looking quite good. I would right, so as you can see on the daily here, it's quite likely that you're getting a, you know, a break in market structure with this type of movement, right? But if you reclaim this red box resistance, so let's say if you reclaim 7k or 17k, if you reclaim 17k, I think we're gonna get continuation to the upside. Otherwise, this might be a bearish retest and a beginning of a daily downtrend. And if you get a daily downtrend going, you might want to look at a reversal inside this area. So something like this, right? You come down, you know, something like this is what I would be looking at for K and C. Yeah, RLC is looking kind of good. I like this. I don't like the fact that it's, you know, it keeps testing the RLC here, but I mean, it's been testing the 618 of these two RLC areas quite many times, like 3 or 4 times. So yeah, as long as it holds this support area, I think we're gonna go higher. And if you're bullish on this one, I would definitely consider, if you're in a position on this one, as long as it holds 12k, this one should be good for more upside. Alright, so we got Waves BTC. Yeah, this one is looking quite good too. As long as it can, I mean, it's bearish right now, but as long as it can, if it can reclaim this area that we used as our buy zone on our last setup, we're probably gonna get continuation to the upside. But this looks like a bearish retest right now. But if you get a 4-hour open and close above 3,200, we should get continuation to the upside. So look for a 4-hour open and close about 3,200 for a continuation move to the upside for Waves BTC. All right, guys, I think I'm done with the. All right, wait a minute. So we. This could be an interesting setup for Bitcoin, for a small scalpish setup. Yeah, probably not. I want to see this one bounce. So alright, guys, I'm getting way tired. If you have any charting requests left, just let me know in the chat, and I'm gonna give it a couple of minutes. And if I don't get any coins in the chat, I'm gonna end the stream shortly. And I would like to say, big thank you to you guys for joining, and for with all the questions and all the charting requests and all stuff like that. Let's see if we can get a. Like if Bitcoin bounces here on BitMEX, I think we might actually get a move up to the 11,680 area. What ticker is Orchid? Yeah, I'm thinking this is definitely a real bull market. I mean, look at the weekly here. It's this is extremely bullish. I think this is a real bull market for real, and even a retest of 10k would still mean a real bull market. I'm heavily in Bitcoin, and I'm gonna continue to buy Bitcoin down to 10k. This is definitely a bullish market. It's very, very bullish. Yeah, me too. Like it's extremely, you know, hard for me to have, you know, such a big long and a big position on Bitcoin, because I've been trading in the bear markets for quite some time, and it's like you gotta protect your capital at all times. But now I feel like this is more like a risk on environment right now. So I'm all right with. I'm very bullish on Bitcoin. I think this is the beginning of a new bull market for Bitcoin. So and the whole crypto market. I mean, it's actually looking very, very good. Right, so let's take a look at Atom. Yeah, this is looking very good. So if Atom can reclaim this red box resistance, that would be pretty big. And if this area, like if price gets rejected of this area, I think we're probably gonna see a test of 5,700 area before continuation to the upside. And honestly, if you can reclaim this area around the 6.7, 6.6, I think we're gonna get a big move to the upside. And yeah, it's actually looking very good. Let's take a look at the USDT pair too. This is surprising, to say the least. Is it at all-time highs? So it kind of looks like, I mean, this is pretty crazy. I did not expect this from Atom. So yeah, this is a very clear bullish market structure with higher highs and higher lows. Yeah, this is looking very good. All right, so let's take a look at Binance. So a retest of 7. Have we gotten that? Well, this is actually looking very good. I think we're gonna get higher prices for Atom. This is just looking way good. If you want to enter at current prices, put a 10% stop loss. If you want to FOMO in on this, do so with a small position, but have a 10% stop loss on this one. Is what I would recommend. Is it OXT? Take a look at Bittrex. Yeah, I'll take a look at ins and nulls. Yeah, this is not looking too good. Had a crazy pump. I'm looking for a retrace on this one. Looking at the lower time frames, it's quite obvious that it keeps testing support, and this is a very important support. Sure, could be consolidation, but like lose this area and we're pretty much fucked, right? You probably want to see a reclaim of. You want to see a breakout of this area or breakdown. I would not be buying or trading OXT inside this area. I would wait for, you know, probably even as high as 5k. So I'd probably look for a reclaim or breakout above 5k for OXT. I've already covered waves, but I can take a look at it once again shortly. Let's take a look at in solar. Looking very bearish. Not looking good at all. I mean, sure, you have. It's at the lows, and sure, if like, I don't know, it's might be inside the RLC. Yeah, this level needs to get reclaimed, so reclaim 1.4k, and we might have continuation to the upside. Otherwise, I would not be betting on this one to be bullish anytime soon because the chart is very, very bearish. All right, so we got nulls, BTC. This could be a good buy. I mean, this could definitely be a valid idea. If you think nulls is bullish, this is definitely a good area to be buying because you have, it's the RLC inside. A small RLC inside a bigger RLC, it's confluent with the weekly 21 EMA. You're bouncing off the weekly 21 EMA, confluent with the RLC. You got the 50 right below. You have the 4-hour. Make sure the moving averages aren't really looking that extremely bullish. You are bouncing up to 200 EMA, so that's quite good, I guess. Sure, this could be a good setup. I'm not going to be buying this one, but I would definitely agree with this one looking quite good. All right. That's awesome to hear. We all have those, old altcoin bags from way before when we bought them and thought we were gonna be millionaires. Yeah, it's incredible how this is moving. Decred. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So what's happening here is we're getting reacted by the 200 simple and the 200 EMA. We're getting reacted by the yeah, so very obvious level here for Decred. This is the area I would look for a reclaim. 1750, a break and retest of the 200 simple and the 200 EMA would be a very nice setup for Decred for continuation to the upside. Right now, it's a bearish retest. Not really seeing any bullish market structure right here, but reclaim this red box resistance 1750, and we're most likely going to see another move to the upside. All right, guys, I think I'm done with the webinar tonight. Quickly take a look at BTC here on the lower time frames. So yeah, we did get that bounce in the RLC as expected. This is looking quite good. I think we might get that move higher. Check this support area that I drew. We bounced pretty much perfectly inside it, but did not reach that high just yet. Looks like we're bouncing inside the RLC of this move too. Yeah, sure. You can see, you can watch the recording. It's probably going to be available in a couple of hours after the live has ended. Alright, guys, I think, yeah, see you guys later or in the next live stream. I'm probably going to do a webinar and the Bourbonness tomorrow or on Tuesday. Right, guys, thanks for joining and see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.